close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Deb and Paul vlogs. This vlog is going to be a bit different as it's a throwback to one of our older trips that we did in Australia in 2018. So right now we are driving from Sydney towards our first destination, which is the Helensburgh Tunnel, which is about 100 kilometers from Sydney. And this tunnel is famous for the formation of glowworms inside the tunnel, and also because it was built in the early 1900s. From the Helensburgh Tunnel, we are traveling to the Otford Railway Tunnel, which is about a couple of kilometers away from the previous one. And this is the longest tunnel in that region, about 2 kilometers. And from the Otford Railway Tunnel, we are going to a lookout spot called the Bald Hill Lookout. And from there, we are traveling to the iconic Sea Cliff Bridge in Australia off the coast of Pacific. So hope you guys enjoy this and have fun. So that's the Helensburgh railway station site. It was opened on the 1st of January 1889. Can you see? Is it focused? Yeah, it was over 150 years ago. Cool. Watch out, it's wet, okay? So this tunnel is one of the two tunnels which were a part of the Helensburgh station, which closed down in 1915. This tunnel is about 600 meters long, whereas the other one on the other side of the road is about 80 meters. Initially, this was called the Metropolitan Tunnel, but due to the formation of glowworms, which are a kind of fungi, they changed the name to the Helensburgh Glowworm Tunnel. So we are about 50 meters inside the tunnel. Visibility is really poor. If you look up there, look, the white stuff is the soot from the steam engines, all that white stuff. You go look up, all the way up. Yeah. And that's where is the exit. We're gonna go about 150 meters in, see, and head back. So we're hearing this noise. This tunnel is apparently haunted. Look up there. There is this noise coming out. If you hear that, but I have no idea what the noise is. So we are about 150 meters inside the tunnel. I think it's so creepy. You can't see anything. Look forward. It's completely dark. And that's the end of the tunnel, right there. So we're about 200 meters, 150 meters in the tunnel, and it's so creepy. I always have a feeling that someone is behind me. When I turn off the lights, it's like someone is behind me, and then I turn it off, no one's there. And you hear this sound, but there's nothing in here that makes this noise. It's so creepy. Can you see that? So weird.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I have the feeling that someone is behind me and I know who it is. No. Careful. Hey, can you help me there? Oh, you are so...
The glowworms in the tunnel are actually on the roof and on the walls, but it's pretty hard to see here because the camera isn't sensitive enough. We, however, managed to take quite a few pictures with long shutter. So if you go and stare at the far end of the tunnel without any light, it feels like you're looking at a galaxy full of 1,000 stars, which can be pretty amazing, but the walk there is pretty challenging as the floor is super muddy. Finally made it out. That was scary. I think the tunnel was scarier today because there were no people there. It's so mysterious. So this is the Otford Tunnel. This is about 1 kilometer long and goes uphill. So we're gonna try to go through it. This part of the tunnel is where it caved in. See everything? So they made this to kind of hold the stuff that was coming in from the top. This was constructed later. All this part was closed. There's a draft here, it's really cold.
Ooh, this bit of junk is here.
So the tunnel bends in front and then we can see the end of the tunnel pretty soon. Let's go. So that tiny dot you see at the end is the end of the tunnel, which is about 1 kilometer away from us. So this little guy was just chilling inside the tunnel till it met us and then just ran under the cover of a rock to protect itself. It's just amazing how you can find life even in abandoned places like these. So we found this bathtub in the middle of the tunnel. And if you look up, be careful, there is a hole right there. Can you see? So that was the ventilation for the steam engines. It's about 500 meters in the tunnel. Probably won't be able to focus because it's too bright, but it's okay. So there is this big, I don't know, equipment in here. It's probably a big excavator or something. Huge. It's all rusted. Completely rusted. Can you show over again?
Behind the tires.
Look at the tires. These tires were about 100 years old, still there. So the end of the tunnel is that way, still 0.5 kilometer to go. Still small. Right. So we're almost at the end of the tunnel. Made the 1 kilometer walk. When people were working in here, that is to do the ventilation. To push air in. Fresh air in. Watch your step. Go in. Finally, fresh air. So the Otford Tunnel was built around the same time period as the other tunnels in the area, around 1888, 1889, but the only difference being that this tunnel is the longest one here, stretching an incredible distance of 1.5 kilometers with a gradient of 1 in 40, which is pretty amazing considering the time period that it was built in. For us, it took about an hour, hour and a half to make the journey from one end to the other end of the tunnel, which is not pretty bad. After a visit to the two tunnels, we were pretty tired, so we decided to relax for a bit at this lookout spot called the Bald Hill Lookout. It has an elevation of about 300 meters, and you get really good views of the city around and the sunsets. And we stayed there for about a couple of hours before heading off to our next destination, which was the Sea Cliff Bridge. then out of nowhere, a bunch of thunderstorm clouds just swooped in and just covered the whole sky.
And out of nowhere, clouds, so many clouds, so much clouds. It's raining there, right there. The rain is coming towards us.
It's here. Let's go.
No, it's not yet here.
It's here. Don't you feel it?
Look, there is a drone flying there. How can it be raining if the drone is
It's
flying there?
raining. Look. No. It's not raining. It's not raining.
So we waited a bit for the rain to die down before we headed to the Sea Cliff Bridge.